This just in from the Hateful Geeks. The Super Bowls took place, and there's been some amazing trailers and some shitty ones. Greetings, sport fans and fellow dorks. I am one of your many hosts, Phil, followed by my other hosts.
This is Sweetie.
This is Andy.
And this is Tim.
And it's Super Bowl week. Sunday. And an amazing upset. The fucking Patriots ate it.
Good.
Thanks to the Eagles.
Fuck you,
and
Tom
I
Brady.
hate the Eagles
Tom Brady.
too, but I would take like MS-13 winning as long as the Patriots lose.
I don't. Yeah,
So,
I just. Fuck
Good
Tom
job,
Brady.
Eagles. Thanks for doing something good and then destroying your own city after you finally got a ring.
Way to ruin it for the rest of us. By the way.
Yeah, really. But the most important thing and the reason everyone tunes in for the Super Bowl was amazing commercials. But more importantly, some kick-ass trailers dropped. And anyone who's been listening to our show for a while knows that we've talked about a couple of these things, but one of the biggest ones was the Solo trailer.
Solo.
Solo. Now, we all have had mixed feelings about this trailer. Andy especially has had mixed feelings about this trailer.
There was quite an argument before we hit record on this podcast between Phil and Andy. I don't want to say that it was erotic, but maybe it was.
I want to say
a
that there was blood
There was
everywhere.
That's why it was erotic.
Are you kidding
Show me your show me your kitties. Anyway, but yes, no. As anyone who listened to a few episodes ago, remember there was some drama on the set of Solo with the directors, kind of just the Cloudy of the Chance of Meatballs. What else do they direct, guys? Who are these guys again? Nobody remembers
the Lego
them.
movie.
Lego Batman.
The Lego.
Or just
No,
Lego.
they're just the Lego movie.
Oh, okay.
Didn't they do
They got-
21 Jump Street?
They did
They
do
did the
21
Jump
Jump
Street
Street.
movie.
That's right.
Okay.
They got fired big time. And Ron Howard got back in. So what we were seeing is Ron Howard's vision. This trailer is Ron Howard's almost finished product. And I mean, all of us were like, this movie's going to blow. And they don't need to make a Han Solo origin story. There's 1,020 ways to fuck this up. I actually thought the trailer looked respectable.
So starting off, how in the world is this our first time seeing a trailer for this movie when it comes out? Like,
Because they had to reshoot 90% of
Yeah,
the movie when they
because they had
brought
to reshoot,
they brought Ron on.
we got an Ant-Man and Wasp trailer before we got a Solo trailer.
They fired the directors when it was almost done. They bring Ron Howard in and reshoot the film.
Well, thank God.
And then they bring an acting coach in for this Alden dude that's playing.
What's his name? Alden.
Aaron Reich.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's like
So
he's like
our
part of the Germans.
pessimism
I guess.
is well-founded. Am I hopeful for it? I am. Nobody wants their Star Wars to be bad.
Especially you.
No, I don't want my Star Wars to be bad.
Well, we got
But the reason we had a huge
bad Star
fight.
Wars.
Yeah, we did have bad Star
We've
Wars.
had bad Star Wars, and the fact that there are other fans out there that are like, oh, if you don't like any Star Wars, if you're pessimistic about some Star Wars, you're one of those fans.
Oh yeah, we got called that. Didn't I did at least.
Like,
Yo, man.
You're one of those fans.
If
aren't
you're
you?
one of those fans who likes Star Wars, even when it's bad,
just because Star
then-
Wars is slapped on it.
then you're a shitty fucking Star Wars fan. Your real fan demands greatness from their Star Wars
Right.
fans.
And all I said was, well, what? Like someone said, I hope it's good. I said it will be good if they kill Han Solo in this movie and we find out the other Han Solo in all the other movies was just an imposter. What a twist!
So some random bullshit. You're you guys are those fans.
Yeah. And what he said was like, what the guy said to me was, you need to be optimistic and appreciative.
We should appreciate that they're giving us Rogue One.
To that
and
First of all, I don't
you
need to
have the
do
goddamn
shit,
front
but
porch.
stay black and die.
Right. And all I said was, last time I checked, our name isn't the optimistic and appreciative geeks.
We're the hateful geeks.
We're motherfucking hateful geeks.
Sunshine and rainbows.
You sack a pair of directors and you need an acting coach for your star. I'm not going to have high hopes for your final product.
Exactly. But
now you're bringing Ron Howard. He might fix this.
Right. And he might actually save this for us all. I hope. He's a great director. So the actual trailer itself, we get a lot of action. I'm going to be honest about it. It looks like it's going to be a straight up like Indiana Jones action movie.
it looks like a heist.
Yeah.
A heist in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
Did I not
Cool.
say that if you're doing a solo film, it needs to be a heist movie?
It has to
He's
be.
a smuggler. He's
Yeah.
a thief.
It's his job title.
Also, man, I can't talk tonight. Also, Donald Glover looks badass.
Yeah,
He
did.
looks amazing as Lando.
That big jacket.
Yeah.
I didn't like the
Just
fur,
looking like a
the
pimp,
big
like-
fur coat, but I did like in the actual trailer. So there's the Super Bowl spot, and then there's the trailer. In the trailer, he looks like Lando Calrissian.
Yeah,
Dude, Lando Calrissian is a pimp. He needs a fur coat.
he does. He also needs to be on the Colt 45 sign again. We gotta have that.
Selling
Should I whip out
alcoholic
my
blue milk.
signed 8x10 from Mr. Lando himself?
Mr. Lando. Yeah, so we get a lot of action. We see him. He talks about how he grew up on the streets, got was in trouble on the streets by the age of 10, which we kind of figured because he's a fucking badass. Got kicked out of a pilot school because
He went to the academy.
got kicked out of the academy.
That's the Imperial Flight
Yes.
Academy.
So we know he's a troublemaker. Obviously, it's Han Solo.
Yeah.
We do see the Falcon, which looks modified or different or something, right? I mean, because like the nose
So
looks different.
there's people already complaining about this on the internet or trying to figure it out. The Falcon has what looks like mandibles in that big open space in the U of it.
Yeah.
In this movie,
It's
filled in.
Right.
So is he carrying some kind of cargo? Is what's in there? Or there are people saying the mandibles actually open and close, so they're just
so can grab
closed.
on
But it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
It
If I
doesn't
may
look-
posit a theory, the Falcon's been through some shit
Yeah.
in its day. I
and that's
mean,
what
it
other
had
people
lost
say.
its
It might
radar
just
dish.
get broken.
I think at some point in this film, you're going to see the Falcon take some heavy damage and get rebuilt to the Falcon that we know today.
Right. Well,
But yeah, it has a point instead of its open double fork, what we know and love.
Right. And we know that Solo made modifications to the ship, right? So that could have been, he could have modified it after or through the movie. He might start modifying it.
He literally says that in A New Hope, Sweeney.
Does he? Wait.
He actually says, I made a couple of modifications myself. Like he says it to Luke when he's trying to like impress them on how
Yeah,
fast his
that's
ship
true.
is.
And then another thing that pissed me off with this guy that we talked about was you don't know the plot points. Well, wrong. We literally know every plot point to this movie.
Yeah.
You sure do.
He's going to win the Millennium Falcon in a bet
From Lando. He's going to save Chewbacca.
He's going to save Chewbacca. He's going to find Jabba and start working for him.
The Kessel Run.
We're gonna
The Kessel
we're gonna see
Run
Kessel
is
Run.
going to be the heist.
we're gonna
That's
find
gonna
out
be the-
how long 12 parsecs is.
Yeah.
11.
11, whatever.
No,
Under
it's
12
12 parsecs.
Under
Yeah,
12.
I'm pretty
12,
sure
yeah,
that you
fuck
saw
you.
that.
11's under 12, damn it.
Eat a goddamn dick.
I don't want to. Unless it's yours.
I'm pretty sure that we saw the Kessel Run in the trailer.
Yeah, I think
with
so.
The big
with the squid.
Yeah.
Cthulhu tentacles and shit.
Yeah. Space Kraken.
So, in context for our listeners, so Andy and I were about to murder each other through the internet before we started recording this episode. And it is because Andy has some gripes with these. And I'd like you to voice those to our viewers right now.
My issue right now.
Shut up.
I didn't do that. Tim did that.
No, my issue right now is that Alden.
Aaron Rick.
There you go.
You call him Alden.
Ehrenreich does not seem even. The nitpicky part of me is the voice. Just his
we're admitting that we're
mannerisms, the way
nitpicking.
the way he is actually acting, the way that he carries himself. That scene in the cockpit at the end where he's like, I guess we're okay. I was worried, but that's not Han Solo to me. That is not Harrison Ford / Han Solo. That's not the way Han Solo has sounded
We should have made popcorn.
or portrayed.
He's acting like a cocky dick and cracking a joke in a life-threatening situation. That is literally Han Solo. That's Han Solo.
No, that I give you. The way he does it. It
Well,
just
he's also young here. He hasn't developed that hard outer shell yet.
yeah.
So maybe that's what we're seeing is the raw version.
I hope that
Han Solo.
it turns out. I do. I hope that it turns out good. Right now, from what I've seen, I
Yeah.
don't buy him as Han Solo. I don't.
I can agree with the voice a little bit. The voice is a little high pitched, and it just throws you off a little bit. But I'm not going to judge him. Basically, he can't help his voice. I mean, he can modify it and try to talk deeper or something. But he definitely doesn't sound Solo-ish on some things. But again, this is young, like very, very young,
I mean, we're also judging this on like 23 seconds of footage,
and that's only like 10 seconds of him talking.
right?
Yeah.
Less than
So,
that.
yeah,
I mean, look, man.
So it's like
maybe
so-
I'm misunderstanding you, but it sounds to me like you're upset that he doesn't look and sound like Harrison Ford.
I don't want him to be identical to even A New Hope Harrison Ford. I just want some kind of hint. So like the example that I gave you before we started recording, that shit pile of a movie of Superman Returns. There's two
Even I
saving
admit that
grace to
movie
that
sucks.
film. Kevin Spacey
No,
Weird.
No, what fucking movie were you watching?
and Brandon Routh playing Clark Kent.
No,
It's Brandon Routh playing Christopher Reeve
playing
as Clark
Christopher
Kent.
Reeve. But some of the way he talks, I don't know how to say it. It's not his accent, but
mannerisms.
The way, and the way that he
Voice inflections, the way you could have gone, yeah, that sounded like Christopher Reeves. That had like some kind of like, I could buy that as Christopher Reeves. There's been nothing except for in the Super Bowl spot when he says, I want to be a great pilot or I want to be the greatest pilot. There is a part of it that sounds like that as a young Harrison Ford talking. right?
So there is some hope there. From the extended trailer, that voiceover, and maybe that voiceover was taken from very early on in the filming. I don't know. But the voiceover and just some of it, I was like, none of that sounds like a young Han Solo to me.
But so you're telling me that you can't get mad at the new actor who's not Harrison Ford
I'm not
for not
mad at
being
him. I'm just
Harrison
saying
Ford.
it doesn't sound or look like a young Han Solo to me.
And it won't, because you can't reincarnate or
He's
clone
not
Harrison
dead.
Ford.
Rest in peace. Wait, he's not dead.
He's gonna be when he sees this movie.
Again, not dead.
Again.
He'll die from a heart attack in the theater when he watches this film.
So, I mean, I think we all have some gripes with this movie in general because we've said before, we don't need it. We know everything that's going to happen. Well, we think we do at least. But in the trailer, we do see the villain. I don't know who that villain is. It looks like someone they're fighting on top of a moving train or something, and it looks like he's battling some sword master. But
I think that what we were understanding before is accurate. I think that there is no like known villain. This is a heist film.
Right.
You're going to see Woody Harrelson's character, whoever the fuck that is, training Han Solo to be the scoundrel that he becomes.
I bet he dies.
And probably, you think? He probably does die.
The hell you say?
He's going to get
any
Lando
new
and the whole squad
characters,
together,
new
and they're going to go
ships.
rob some shit.
Right.
No, it's going to be the mentor it ends up being the villain.
They're going to
That could
rogue.
be, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to Rogue One this.
They're gonna-
All new characters, all new ships, anything that we don't see in the original trilogy,
They're going to blow up or die.
die or destroyed.
Well, and this is one of my biggest like.
I could see Emilia Clarke's character getting away and eventually just off she goes.
Yeah, I
Never
mean,
See a
see
lot
her
more
again.
Emilia Clarke's character than they're
so
giving away.
the whole point of like a film like this, that's a heist film. They're in trouble. They're constantly in danger. Is the fear of that character may die. Right? We know Solo doesn't
Plot
die.
armor.
So we're never gonna have that like connection, like that fear, like, oh, was he gonna get away? Yeah, he's gonna fucking get away.
There is no
Suspense
suspense or any dire feeling for Han Solo, Chewbacca, or Orlando,
or the ship.
or the ship.
So yeah,
No, there isn't.
so that's one of my biggest complaints. Like, I mean, it could still be a great action film. I just hope I can get immersed into it and not think in the back of my mind the entire movie. Well, I know he's not really in that danger because
Yeah, and those complaints aren't because of who the actor is or who the director is. It's just
the story.
Just turn off your brain and try to enjoy it.
You shoehorned yourself into this, which we've said, get out of this storyline.
I'm with you on this one. Like us staying in the Galactic Civil War era is keeping us in a box. We need to walk away. We need to walk away from Skywalkers. We need to walk away from Vader and modern the current Empire. We just need to just leave it alone and go somewhere else in the Star Wars universe.
Right.
Yeah, some other time lane, deep past, deep future. I don't give a shit. Pick one. But I'm with you on that. We know that who's going to live and who's going to die in this movie. I don't care about like. If I cared about where Han Solo came from, then Episode 4 would have had more gravitas to it. You know what I mean? Like we already knew we knew everything we needed to when we met him in the cantina.
Right.
He's a smuggler. He's a criminal, and he's shot.
So, I mean, that kind of leads us off into one of the next topics we want to talk about too. Is we have these they've announced two now completely new trilogies. That are going to be nothing to do with Skywalkers, nothing to do with this era, are going to be their completely own section. The first one is
Rian Johnson.
Rian Johnson.
Yeah.
So, and people are complaining about that because they didn't like the Last Jedi, but I thought The Last Jedi was amazing. Whatever.
I'm excited to see what he gives us in his own
his own world.
Sandbox.
Right. His own. Let's get away from this story and get out of the box. There's so much more out there. And then they just announced that Double D's from Game of Thrones are going to be doing their own trilogy.
For those of you who are not in the know, the Double D's are D.B. Weiss and David Benioff.
Yes.
The two producers /
Not titties.
original script writers. No, they as good as they as good as a pair of titties though. These gentlemen have made Game of Thrones, the adaptation that we know and love to this day, accessible to the masses. So they're basically living legends at this point. Putting Star Wars in their hands is an excellent idea.
I'm kind of worried that it's going to oversaturate the market, though.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of Star Wars.
Like,
what do you mean?
Like, I don't know. Like,
That's
I mean,
now
give it. I mean,
six-
so yeah. So we're
that's
gonna get 6
films.
movies. So does
We
this,
know we're getting Solo, so there's now 7. We're getting 9. There's 8, and we're probably going to get an Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
There's
that's
9,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and the rumors of a Boba Fett.
So 10 more movies.
finish my goddamn
10.
thought. Goddamn thought. Now I fucking lost it because you decided to walk all over me like I'm a goddamn tramp.
Whoa!
Whore.
Okay.
I think it's gonna-
So
Disclaimer.
oversaturation.
Right? Yeah. Are these going to take the place of like the episodes, and the standalones? Like are the Double D's going to do standalones and then Ryan Johnson does like 10, 11, 12? Like what are they? Like but like I'm kind of getting tired of like, all right, we got a Star Wars one every year. Like, I don't know. Like give it some chance. Give it a little chance.
What did
to
you
breathe.
just say?
Let me rephrase that. Give it like a little chance to breathe, I guess.
I'm not worried. I'm not too worried about that. I think as long as they get out of the Skywalker, if we get out of this, even with Kylo and them get away from anything to do with Darth Vader or Luke,
right,
or anything to do with the Skywalkers. Let's get out and go into
I guess I'm just
other realms.
like I'm waiting and seeing on what they're gonna do.
Like if it says Star Wars, I'm seeing it.
I don't know. Yeah, I
Doesn't
mean,
mean I'm
it could
guaranteed
be,
to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be where like, the Double D's are like, we're gonna take already established characters, and we're gonna do background, like, and that just goes back into what we said of like,
right,
get out of that.
They would never do that. You don't know the Double D's like we do. They wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Don't say some shit. And first of all, you want to talk about oversaturation? How about the 17 fucking Star Trek movies and like the 10 miniseries movie television shows,
Star Trek,
half of which are garbage?
Right.
You got the original trilogy, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. You want to talk about oversaturation in a sci-fi property? Trek.
I think
let's jump the shark years ago.
I think we're finally getting Star Wars the way we should.
Yeah,
because we got the original trilogy, and then it took forever for them to do even more after that.
What have the Double D's done other than Game of Thrones?
I don't know.
Game of Thrones.
That's all I know.
So them writing established characters from novels.
Well, the thing about the Double D's is that
was good.
when they take on a project, they understand source material.
Okay.
When they sat down with George R.R. Martin, when they opted him to do an HBO show for him, he asked them, "I'm going to ask you one question. If you answer it correctly, I'll sign the contract."
That's who Jon Stark's parents are.
He says, "Who is Jon Snow's mother?" And they
Stark,
nailed it on the head. Spoiler alert: Lyanna Stark.
Yeah.
Catch up, bro.
I already knew that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to our viewers.
The masses.
Talking to the masses. I think that. Oh, and Andy. You've watched the Netflix miniseries about toys.
Yeah.
The toys that made us, and you watched the Star Wars one, right?
Yeah.
So they explain in detail why you didn't get any Star Wars movies between the early 80s and like the late 90s. It was all about toy rights.
Okay.
George Lucas did not want to make any more movies, didn't want to make any more new shit because he was fucked on the Kenner toy rights. He was getting like a nickel for every $1.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Kenner was making fucking hand over fist on money, and he was getting screwed. So he was like, I'm going to take a step back. Waited for them to not make their contractual quotas yearly because there wasn't any toys to sell, and then was able to renegotiate his contract.
That's a pretty good move. Then
you got episode 1.
I'm just waiting to see on it. Like,
Yeah, I'm in the Andy train of thought. If it has Star Wars on it, I'm going to see it.
I mean, and like I guess I'm just pessimistic because I hear stuff like that and I'm just like, I'll just wait until it is it actually going to happen?
Right.
Dude,
you know
they
what I mean?
They are great at adapting source material, just give them the Old Republic,
Right.
and say play in this.
There's so much.
I mean, I'd be fine with it. Yeah.
There's so much source material out there that
You want to do like
not even touched.
You want to do the Thrawn stuff? Go right the fuck ahead.
Right.
Let's stay away from novels. Any novels that take place immediately after Galactic Civil War. We don't need that. We don't need the Thrawn trilogy or Heir to the Empire or Shadow of the Empire. Just fuck that. New characters, completely new, clean slate. Old Republic would be good, but once again, we sort of know where that boat sails to.
Right.
I kind of would like either an origin story of the Force and the Jedi and the Sith,
Right.
but more importantly, I'd kind of like to see where like the Empire Republic is like 1,000 years after Luke Skywalker.
Are they still making giant balls of death?
I'm gonna laugh if their first movie's Darth Maul.
I would actually like to see that. I want a Darth Maul origin story.
You shut your
I
mouth,
like
sir.
Darth Maul.
Fuck Darth Maul.
Darth Maul does not need a fucking
No, he doesn't need an
origin.
origin story. Because again, you know when he dies.
or it's an entire Wookiee movie and we just have to read subtitles.
My villains have to have good stories and they have
Fuck
to
you.
look amazing. Darth Maul looked
two-dimensional
amazing.
fuck. Darth Maul's worse than Boba Fett.
So I will only see a Darth Maul movie if they do the one from the comics where he has spider legs.
What the fuck?
No. And fucking
Wait, hold on.
So he comes back after getting cut in half.
Okay.
And they give him
He has,
prosthesis legs.
like robot
Okay.
legs.
And at one point he has like 4 legs.
Fuck off.
No.
Jesus
It's true.
Christ.
Yeah,
That's Clone
this is
Wars.
why when people are like,
I don't know if you
"Are you
remember,
watching
but
the Clone
Clone Wars is canon.
Clone Wars is canon.
"Are you
now.
watching this?" I'm like, "No,
No.
no."
So he's got spider legs on the Clone Wars cartoon?
Yes.
They wild wested Darth Maul.
Oh,
He
yeah.
comes in with just 2 of them, but he kind of looks like a chicken walker, like the
Kenneth Branagh on
ATST.
They modified his
Yeah.
legs several times.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But I saw the Clone Wars movie
Yeah.
in theaters for free, and I walked out and asked for money back. It was.
I actually
Hold
like
on,
I like the
hold on,
cartoon
I'm
Clone
dying
Wars.
over here.
I actually like Clone Wars, but you know, teach
I mean,
their
you
own.
guys are much
ridiculous.
deeper in the Star Wars lore than I am. So
Well, we're balls deep.
Dude,
Ooh.
I know shit about like XR Kun, fucking Kyle Katarn,
I would-
Naomi Sunrider.
yeah.
I know shit about expanded universe that I wish I could forget.
I wish we.
Sorry, go ahead.
I wish we could. I wish if they were to do an origin story of a villain, another villain. I want Revan.
I would watch a Knights of the Old Republic movie, even though I know the entire plot because I played it.
Right.
What I meant was that, like, I think this is bigger news for you guys because you guys are deeper into the Star Wars lore.
Yeah.
Because I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, all right.
Okay.
You know.
I'm excited. I want to see what they do with it. I want it. Star
I
Wars.
hate Star Wars fans like you.
Yeah.
Oh, like me or
No, all of us.
all of
All of
us.
'Cause
All of us.
we're fans. Air quoted. Fans.
Air quoted.
Those
I gained
fans.
this from the couch in my parents' basement. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Yo, man. Shout out to our buddy Cody at Rogue Squadron Podcast. He's the man. His show is awesome. He knows his Star Wars.
He does.
But the man is also an episode 1 apologist.
He loves it.
I am sorry, dude. There are problems with Star Wars. It's not a perfect series. It's one of the greatest series, but it has its flaws. And to not recognize that is sort of living in a bubble, man.
Yeah.
You have to accept the bad with the good.
I think he knows it has flaws, but I think he's not as like critical on them as a lot of people are.
I mean,
He's
you
more accepting.
You tried to
He's
tell
forgiving.
people that you made Jar Jar as something for the kids. Episode 1 was supposed to be for the next generation of kids, but you made it a government, political, very
You
boring.
made it. You
Trade
made it into
tariffs.
doo-doo butter.
Yeah.
Vote now. Vote
Like
now.
what kids were like, yes, Trade Federation.
I must ask my American government teacher what trade regulations are tomorrow morning. Ha, ha.
Why is the child of 40s gangster? What?
Shows the movie's racist.
The
too.
child will be whatever I want it to be. It'll be a 40s gangster. Ha, ha, ha.
Star Wars, the original trilogy, will always be one of the greatest stories ever told.
It's the best.
Prequel trilogy has problems. If you can't admit that to yourself, then you know what? I'm fucking jealous. I am jealous of the person who can sit there and watch episode 1, 2, and 3 and be like, yeah, That was great. I guess I'll watch Empire. Really? Come on, guy. Like, there's delusion and there's self-delusion. And I don't dabble with either.
But yeah.
But Solo, I mean, you know how I feel about Rogue One.
Yes. Well documented.
If there's no opening crawl and there's no what's unloaded and there's no John Williams score, I'm gonna be pissed. However, the trailer did have a little bit of a John Williams score.
Yeah, the trailer
John
had
Williams
it like
did
a
Solo.
little bit. Like it had a little, like it seemed like it was like at a higher pitch
Well,
almost.
John Williams did Solo.
All right, well,
Awesome.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
but-
Great, fantastic. There's not going to be an opening crawl.
No
so
opening
prepare
crawl.
for that.
Prepare yourselves.
Prepare yourself for
It's
no
a Star
opening
Wars
crawl.
story,
Not
not a
trilogy.
Not-
episodic episode, so there will be
Fucking
no
stupid.
crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the
All
crawl,
you gotta say is there's this dude named Solo, and then fucking I don't care.
Right.
Han Solo.
Tell me the state of the galaxy, like anything. Like tell me where we are currently. Like the Empire has an iron grip on
In
the
the-
galaxy.
in the galaxy.
And people live in
Far, far away.
poverty and life sucks, and some people want to become pilots. Like this guy, Fade.
Fade.
Dun, dun.
Was that Jurassic Park?
I mean, you can.
As the
There's
start of
no
Luke
reason
Skywalker.
to not do an opening crawl. There's just no reason.
Yeah, there's no opening crawl, motherfuckers.
I accept that. That doesn't mean there's no reason to not do that.
I
They're
know.
fucking stupid.
I know.
I accept it. I accept there's no crawl. I also think they're assholes.
I don't mind there being no opening crawl. That doesn't bother me. But again, I'm
No
not like
crawl, no wars.
Thank you. You know what? High five.
you guys
I
are
don't
like,
care if you're mad about the bad bowl cut or the shitty acting. Like
put your lemonade
We
down,
agree
get
on
out of
that
your rocking
much.
chair, and get off the porch.
Put the
oh
shotgun
my
down.
gosh.
There are a few things that make Star Wars Star Wars. The crawl is one of them.
The story makes Star Wars Star Wars.
The first
But
time they
no,
sat down in
it
theaters,
doesn't
and all of a
always.
sudden there was this crawl, and then disappears, and then
It's not.
Ugh.
It's not your childhood. It's a new movie.
Dude, it's like okay, think of it like this. It's a book-ended theme. It's like an ambiance
Oh,
that
I get it.
makes you feel like when you watch the original Superman films and then you hear like that John Williams score kick in and you're like dun 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 dun. You get fucking goosebumps in the back of your neck. It's the same thing when it's like a long time ago in a galaxy far away, dead silence, and then bing, 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 bing.
Well, they can still do that. There just might not be a crawl after it. Just saying.
I don't know.
Won't bother me.
Well-
It will not bother me one bit.
There were a lot of other commercials that aired on the Super Bowl.
The Tide commercials.
Actually, I really enjoyed those Tide commercials.
I love
Tide
David
commercial.
Harbour. David Harbour is awesome. I can't wait to see him as Hellboy now.
It's Tide commercial.
I wanted to see him as Hellboy when they first announced it. I was like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
There was a new commercial for Avengers Infinity War.
There
That
was.
was not that great.
It was not that great.
It
of a
was just
commercial.
like, oh, that was it.
The only part I was kind of like, what's going on? Because we know the story. We're ready for it. Just gave it to us already.
Right.
Was Scarlet Witch looked like she was somehow manipulating the what's that gem?
Infinity Stone,
The
Yeah.
stone.
Soul
Yeah,
Gem.
what's the yellow one? What's the
Soul Gem.
Soul Gem? Thank you. Somehow she was like pulling from it. I don't know. It was weird.
Fun nerd fact: the colors in the Marvel Cinematic Universe of the Infinity Stones are not the colors in the
Right.
comic
They're
books.
different.
They've changed it for their own purposes.
Yeah. So the Soul Stone, and it looks like she's using magic on it. I'm not sure if she's part
I'm
of the like
thinking-
pulling it out or
When she's doing that,
Yeah.
I think she's using her powers because in one of the earlier trailers, you see him in a human form.
Mhm.
I think that's her doing something to then take them into this vision of,
a vision
Yeah.
of vision.
yeah,
Oh.
like, oh,
Yeah, she's doing
here's what
like
you look
vision-
like
a
as a
vision for
human.
vision.
She's fucking around with her reality shaping powers and be like, "This is what you'd look like if you were human."
Oh.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
I wasn't
what
like
it's
just
doing.
a fucking robot.
I have a prediction of why it was kind of meh. I think that there's going to be a new trailer next week attached to Black Panther.
Oh, absolutely. They're gonna attach something to it.
So
And then we
I
also
think that's why it's kind of eh.
also in that too, we see Cap with I'm assuming what is Wakanda technology
Little mini shield.
like a little mini
Vibranium.
shield, like not full blown, but
Some of
like
that-
almost like a punching sleeve kind of thing.
It's some of that vibranium.
So that looks kind of cool.
The only other question I had with it is that they have a shot of baby Groot, and why is he still a baby?
I thought he was a teenager.
He's teenage Groot. He's teenage
I thought he
Groot.
was
It
a little
looked
bigger.
like baby Groot.
Oh, did it really?
It looked-
I must
to me, it
have
looked
missed.
like
I must
baby
have missed
Groot.
it. 'Cause I thought he was teenager in the ship with when
Well,
they
yeah,
hit
no,
Thor.
no, yeah, I don't know. Whatever in the commercial, it's like Baby Groot with his eyes wide open
Oh.
and his mouth like.
maybe Baby Groot. Maybe it's a flashback.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
Baby
yeah,
Groot.
sure.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Yeah, I think he's teenager Groot now, like
I
angry
mean, I'm fine with
teenager.
it. I don't care. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. I don't care.
I feel like we got absolutely nothing new from this trailer.
No,
other
we
than
didn't.
this was Marvel's way of saying, "Hey guys, remember we're making
We're coming
a movie
back
this
Right.
summer."
again.
Hey,
Yeah.
remember, there's a whole. May belongs to us.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it still. I like bearded Cap. I think it's a good look.
Yeah.
For Cap. I think
There's
bearded Chris
gonna be
Evans.
there's going to be a giant battle in Wakanda, and I can't
Yeah.
fucking wait.
Chris Evans was at a convention recently, and somebody took a picture of the picture that he signed.
Yeah.
He signed it, Chris Evans, Captain America, and then under that in quotation marks, Nomad.
Oh yeah, they're doing the
Sweet.
Nomad. Okay,
He's just going to call himself Nomad.
He-
I'm fine
he's
with
probably going to call himself Nomad, and
because he's no longer
he's no longer a soldier.
right. He's not in America anymore either.
Yeah.
it. He's
But
no longer
shouldn't he be
attached
Steve
to.
Rogers, Super Soldier?
Steve Rogers, Nomad.
Well, I mean, he's no longer. He doesn't attach himself to a country anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
Steve Rogers, Super Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Or fuck it, just call him Captain Hydra.
Ah,
I want to watch that movie.
I wonder. Yeah, so I wonder who's gonna die. I'm not. That's like my biggest. Like, I want someone to
Cap.
die. I want Cap to die. I want
Cap.
Iron Man to die. I want
I'm
someone.
telling you.
to
I'm
die.
telling you. Loki, Nebula, and Cap.
Okay.
That's what I predicted a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's true. I'm ready for the deaths. I want to see what happens.
I think the movie starts off with Loki dying.
cool.
I'm with Tim in this boat. Yeah, I think Loki's definitely croaking in this film for his failure to like bring the stone when he should have.
Yeah.
and using it for his
Like
own
Right.
purposes.
I said a couple months ago, I think he grabs the blue stone. I can't think of what it's called.
The Tesseract.
The Tesseract.
That's
Thank you.
Tesseract.
And like he's going to give it to Thanos, and Thanos says, "Well, fuck you," and just destroys that whole ship. And that's where Thor like lands on.
I think
on
Loki
the
is
Milano.
going to take the Tesseract to Thanos and kind of
that's it.
drag it out to give all the other Asgardians a chance to get off
I don't
of
think
this
I
ship.
don't even think Thanos allows him to do that.
I don't see them killing off all Asgardians.
I mean,
I mean, are
Except
we
for
going
Thor.
to get an
not all,
extinction
not,
event?
not all of them, but I think it's a big enough thing to show people who are not familiar with Thanos how big of a threat he actually is. And
Andy, you also have to remember, man, one of the biggest plot devices of this movie is a retcon stone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they
That's-
could kill them and then
yeah.
rewind. Doctor
Right.
Strange could like rewind
that's
time.
Marvel's MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure
we
is.
have an issue
It's
here.
the-
What do we
it's
got?
the-
Oh yeah, we got
I think
reality.
well,
Yeah,
I think
reality
this-
gem,
I mean,
bitch.
I almost kind of think this term fits, and Phil, correct me if I'm wrong, but like it's like a Deus Ex Machina of like everyone's gonna die, and then it's like at the end of 4, it's like
Well, yeah, we obviously.
I mean,
It'll be Groot. He's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
You have Doctor Strange, and then you have him fighting alongside Iron Man, which I think is going to be a badass
Oh, yeah.
combo there.
there's a lot of badass combos. I can't wait
Spider-Man
for
in
And
the
Spider Man, which thanks to Funko, we know. Spoiler alert! If you don't know this already, the Iron Spider suit is in this film.
Yeah,
So we are getting the Iron Spider. I don't know if he's going to have the legs, but
so the legs. Yeah, again, don't listen to us if you don't want to know
we're going to
shit.
spoil shit.
The legs
Maybe,
are
we just have
rumored
proof.
Yeah.
to be on the suit at some point.
Right.
Is it a lot? And we haven't seen it because they're going to do it post in
Yeah.
CGI. But the whole reason why everybody's saying, "Oh shit, we're getting the legs," is one of the Lego sets was leaked out, and he's in the Iron Spider suit, and it has
Is it
legs.
is it like the pincers from in the back?
Yeah, it's kind of like Doc Ock when he had the arms.
Yeah, okay,
it comes
okay.
out.
Okay,
But it's obviously it's a Tony Stark technology, so it's
Right.
going to have something more than just like the armor. It's going to be modified heavily.
I will heavily geek out if and when the legs pop out,
Absolutely.
just as I did during The Dark Knight when Christian Bale as Batman hits his helmet and those lenses come down and they turn white.
White
and
eyes.
I was like,
I
white eyes,
wouldn't-
white
I
eyes,
wouldn't-
white eyes.
I wouldn't be surprised if this movie's like 2.5 hours long.
Absolutely. I was gonna say something else too. Shit. Oh, and for me, I'm an Iron Man nerd. I love Iron Man, obviously. He has a new arc reactor in his
Yeah.
chest,
I saw that.
so a new suit, new arc reactor. Which I was curious how they're going to do that because in the one they removed it. What was that 3? Iron Man
At the
3.
end,
At the
at the
Iron
end
Man
of 3.
They removed it completely. So I was kind
Well,
of curious.
they haven't really touched on it
No,
in
they
Age
haven't.
of Ultron and
Yeah.
Civil War.
But so we'll see.
We'll call this one the Mark 213.
He has thousands of marks, so we'll see which one it is.
And I
but-
don't know if you guys noticed at the very end when of that teaser spot, it's Thanos looking over his shoulder again towards
Yeah,
the
that's all we
camera.
see. That's all we get.
He has scars, like
He's
three.
always had them.
3 scars, and I've seen that. Like he even has some scars on the other side, but I was just like 3 scars. Are we going to get a
No, we're
Wolverine
not.
has actually
X-Men
been
is
there?
not-
No,
They're going to
God.
drop
Saw
him
this
in.
theory.
I'm-
Saw this theory on the internet. No, he had the scars in the
He always had
Guardians
those
one
lines.
when you saw him. Then there's no Wolverine.
Even-
There's nobody scratched Thanos unless it was like when he was a kid.
Even Kevin Feige is just real close to telling people to fuck off when it comes to like, when
The
are the
X-Men.
X-Men going to meet the Avengers?
Yeah.
I would love to see.
Yeah.
I would love to see Avengers versus
Yeah.
X-Men.
Oh,
It's a
absolutely.
really good plot. But no, Wolverine
Like,
didn't cut Thanos.
they don't-
Jerks.
Yeah,
Technically, Disney doesn't even own Fox right now. They're not going to own
they're
it until like 2019.
It's like, another year and a half
They can't
away.
even pass through, and it can't even pass through like SEC and all that until like September 19.
Yeah,
Next time you bring a garbage theory that you know is garbage, you need to preface at the beginning like, here's a theory that is complete garbage.
I need to-
You
I
also
actually
worried me for
no,
a
I was
moment
saying
there.
what you were saying. Like, had he not already had those scars, like if this was the first time seeing him, my first thought was it wasn't Wolverine, it was Cap. With
I mean,
that, because notice the Wakanda shield that he has is very pointed.
I mean,
so I was
also-
like, does Cap get a scratch in?
Also, mention your garbage theories so I can get my audible farts ready.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to do where Cap just walks up to Thanos and punches him. That'd be that'd be awesome.
That better be frame for frame, just like the comic.
Right, yeah, because that's one of my favorite
he
captains.
just walks up to him.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite captains ever.
I'm not scared of you, bitch.
I loved it.
So yeah, so obviously May 4th.
I think it's May 4th, yeah.
Better not
Yeah.
maybe the 4th.
Yeah,
It is
It's
May
actually one
the
of our buddies'
4th.
birthdays too. So
Who?
That's a
Keith.
Star Wars day.
yeah, Star Wars Day as
Oh,
well. Keith's
I didn't
birthday is
know it
May
was
4th.
Yeah, it is Keith's birthday.
And you're like, oh, they should drop Solo on that. Nope.
They went for
They went for the movie
Disney-
that's going to make the most money. Son of a bitch.
yeah, yeah. So excited for that. Still, I'm tired of seeing trailers at this point because they can't show us anything
Right,
new.
right. I think when the next trailer drops, I don't think I'm going to watch
Although
it.
we are getting Hulkbuster again, so I am excited for that. I love
Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster armor.
You know me, man. I'm so like overhyped. I don't care about
Right.
Marvel anymore. I'm done.
I know you are, but I'm not.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I know.
You don't have to
I'm happy
apologize.
for you.
And I one thing I am curious about too was when Doctor Strange and what's his friend Wong, they find
Wong.
Bruce like crash through something. I want to know if they fight. I want to see Doctor Strange fight the Hulk. I think that'd be kind of fun.
I think that's when he crash lands out of the Asgardian ship.
Yeah, I think so too. But I was like, man, if Doctor Strange could fight the Hulk, that'd be kind of fun.
Doctor Strange just turn back time to when he unhulks and then shoot him with his Bruce Banner.
Nope.
Nope. Unhulk. Stop hulking.
Stop it. Stop it.
hulking. Stop it. It's bad Hulk. Bad.
For whatever reason, because I'm a terrible person, shares if I could turn back time just like popped in my head.
turn back time.
If I could find a
Man, how has no one made a Doctor Strange montage to that song on YouTube yet?
I
Somebody
guarantee
get on
there is.
Oh,
There has to be.
I know
at
what
this
I'm
point.
doing. I know what I'm doing at work tomorrow. Right? Yeah.
Let me find this. So yeah, so that's another trailer we got. We also got a trailer of a Rock movie. Which where is The Rock these days? I mean, he's on every fucking
He's
movie
everywhere.
possible.
He's everywhere.
It's called Skyscraper. So I think we just got images of him like jumping in
I mean, this movie looks like Die Hard starring The Rock
with one leg.
with one leg, and Nev Campbell is his wife. Which where the hell has she been?
Really?
Nev Campbell's his wife.
Where has she been? What has she
Because
done lately?
I had to IMDb it because when I went and saw the commercial, or when I saw the commercial, I was like, "Oh shit, is that Nev Campbell?"
Huh? Where has she been?
Wild Things, Nev Campbell.
Ooh.
On a side note, gentlemen, there is no Doctor Strange Turn Back Time show video, and there should be one. And you heard it here first with the Hateful Geeks.
We need to get on. We need to get on that.
If someone,
Sweeney, make that go now.
Zach, I'm looking at
If
you,
someone-
buddy. You got to make this happen.
if someone creates that video, I own the trademark. I don't give a shit.
Trademark that bitch.
Well, these
TM.
two things that I don't own that I put together, I now own. That's not how that works.
I don't come at me with your logic, goddammit.
I just don't want you to get sued, buddy.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We're not making money off. We're not making money off of it.
What are they
I
going
would
to
sell
get?
So yeah, so
Oh.
Rock, Skyscraper, Die Hard. in
Nev Campbell
with The Rock. I'll
With The
see
Rock.
it. I mean,
I will see it.
I like The Rock. I haven't seen the new Jumanji movie, but
you can complain about like that kind of movie, but it's a dumb turn off your brain action movie. Just like, yeah, all right.
It's like Die Hard and Cliffhanger with The Rock.
I fucking love Cliffhanger.
And I'll see it. We said it's a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, and because it's The Rock, he's going to win.
Oh yeah, as long as it's not San Andreas, I'm good.
Was that the disaster movie?
The earthquake movie with him.
I feel like this plot of this film is derivative, but it still looks amazing. This was a rent for me. I will definitely see it, but I'm not going to go see it.
It'd be like, let's go see it. It'd be fun. Woo,
it looks
Rock.
Rockin' my Via.
I'll watch it.
I'll rent it on Apple TV or iTunes.
When he started in WWF, he started as Rocky Maivia because his father was Rocky Johnson, his grandfather was High Chief Peter Maivia, so they combined it. And then after a couple of years, he became
he had that
Wrestling
big ass
Facts with
pompadour.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, he looked like a goddamn cockatoo.
Yeah.
He looked like Thanos.
Oh no! Google search Rocky Johnson his debut, and oh boy, that guy makes $75 million now.
Oh man! So that's I think that's all the trailers we saw, unless there was another one.
There was one that I don't that this is kind of in my wheelhouse, and I've been looking forward to it. Amazon is doing a Jack Ryan TV show starring John Krasinski, and they showed the first footage for it.
I did,
and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
just I kind of like that spy political stuff. So
although I can't take John Krasinski, is that his name?
Krasinski.
Mm-hmm. Serious as like a soldier. I always know him from The Office, and so I.
Well, he was in. He did a movie where he's a soldier. I can't think of it. Was it the 13 Hours movie?
Oh, Zero Dark 30?
No.
I mean, I think look at him as a funny guy, just not a.
Well,
I was watching it and I was like, is that the dude from The Office?
Yeah.
Well, he was runner up to be Captain America, right?
Was he really?
Yeah. I'm actually not making that up. Like before Chris Evans came in, John Krasinski was about to be Captain America.
Maybe he can be the Human Torch instead.
Sure.
Since now they're going to merge.
Nobody will ever be the Human Torch because Fantastic Four will never get made again.
I don't know.
Yeah, it will.
They want it.
It's going to fail.
They want it to land.
Marvel will make it.
Marvel wants it to land.
It's cursed.
I
the
still
whole
think
property
that,
is cursed.
Honestly, I think one of the reasons why they haven't announced the Phase 4 movies is because before this whole thing with Disney buying Fox, I think Disney got the rights to Fantastic Four back, and they're waiting to announce it in Phase 4.
I get the Fantastic Four's importance in the comic book universe. Call me a bad comic book fan. I don't like the Fantastic Four. Yeah, I'm that fan. I don't like the Fantastic Four. I've never been interested in their stories. I've never been interested. Like, Doom is an awesome villain.
Yeah, he's
I'll
amazing.
give them that. Their villain is amazing.
Well, you have the Thing, who's just like the Hulk, but
Rock.
Smaller.
Yeah,
I think that they'll set Galactus up as the next big bad.
That would be awesome.
that would be cool. As if we get comic book looking.
That's just my theory. Like,
Oh, you mean not
Not
what
a
DC
cloud.
did with
not a cloud, not a parasite cloud.
Oh, the Galactus one they did, they made him a cloud.
They made him a
Last one.
cloud.
That's right. I was thinking
Honestly,
the DC when they made.
I have a theory, and I don't know, Tim.
Parallax.
Parallax.
So,
Tell me if you think this might actually take place. So we're looking at Infinity War. We're possibly looking at a massive reboot, right?
Yeah.
With the Infinity Stones.
Mhm.
What if they just erase the Marvel Cinematic Universe and they do Secret War?
I mean,
And then you introduce Doom and the Fantastic Four that way.
I'd be fine with it. Yeah.
And then you restart the Marvel Cinematic Universe by the end of Secret War.
I mean,
Yeah.
or instead of Galactus, make Doom your big bad of the next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
It's hard to go from a
universe.
universe threat. Like Thanos is a universal threat
Okay.
to a world.
Doom
Maybe
could be a universal
No,
threat.
dude. You
I
don't
don't know, man,
understand,
Doom.
Andy. You must not have read Secret Wars. God Doom rips Thanos' skull and his spinal column out of his
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, I mean, if we
we've
get
got
God
one-
Doom,
I mean, we've got
You would get God Doom in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
got
That's
someone
the
who
premise that I'm saying.
can be technologically superior to Tony Stark.
Yep.
And can I'm going to create a word here when I say magically superior to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like they even said it in the new Infamous Iron Man comic where they said like, I'm surprised that you're not Sorcerer Supreme. He's like, I'm not sure I'm not.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
the one guy he just makes disappear and he's somewhere. I don't know where he's at.
Like I don't. Yeah. Oh, he's in the Arctic. He was annoying me.
He just teleports him.
Doctor Doom can he don't set him up for 9 years like they have Thanos, but like set him up for a phase or two. Like Doctor Doom can be that.
Oh, I
villain.
love Doctor Doom. I just
like, especially if
if we get Secret War Doctor Doom, then I could see that being your
fantastic
next big.
Yeah, like
but yeah, you can't spend 9 films building
Doom
up
and
to
Fantastic Four, and then build up for a couple phases for Secret War with God Doom, and Doom's just in the background doing Doom things, just like Thanos,
doing what Doom
preparing for
does.
Secret War.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have like think of it this way, guys. At the end of Infinity War, however it ends, everything's been destroyed and wiped clean, and our Captain America or hell, even our Spider-Man, I don't care. Pick your favorite Avenger. Wakes up in like hodgepodge, crazy secret battle world, that's what Secret Wars takes place on. It's battle world, and it's like the amalgamation of all the alternate realities of the Marvel universe that Doom sort of piecemealed together to make his own
memory,
universe.
really. Yeah.
So like imagine like an Avenger from our Marvel Cinematic Universe waking up in this new reality, and he has to go through these movies, through these adventures to put shit right.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
And then you keep alluding to God Doom working shit like the puppet master in the background. Fuck, I should be working at Marvel.
Because the only movies they have confirmed are Guardians 3 and Spider-Man, whatever they're going to call Spider-Man Homecoming 2.
I don't think that there's anything official.
Prom.
I saw
Spectacular Spider-Man.
The
Spider-Man prom.
You had Homecoming.
I wish I remember where I saw
Spider-Man Winter Formal.
There was some rumor going around that it's called the Next Avenger.
Oh. Yeah.
Or the New Avenger. It was either Next Avenger, New Avenger, some. Obviously, he's going to be the new
Spectacular Spider-Man.
He's going to be the
Spider-Man. I don't give a shit.
Center pole.
He has had 18 titles in 50 years. Fucking pick one. The New Avenger.
Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider.
Sure, I don't give a shit.
God damn it, no. You know my rules. Do the Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
You know what?
Bruce Wayne is Batman.
No, you know what? Fuck it. Be bold and do the Clone Wars.
Don't
be bold. Be bold and have
I would never watch if they did Scarlet Spider and they cloned Peter Parker. I would not watch those movies. That'd be shit. That'd be garbage.
Then they'll put Spider-Gwen in there, and then I walk out of the fucking theater.
I will take a dump at the theater right outside.
You just pull down your pants. Shit,
Tim, we can't take you anywhere. You shit in public everywhere we go.
Yeah, I mean it either devolves into me shitting in public or showing someone my penis.
Thank God I wasn't at a plane.
At the same time. Yeah. You know when I'm shitting? Yeah, sure.
Goddamn fruit bowl with a dump coming out.
God damn it.
God, I can't unsee it.
Oh, it's in your fucking mind's eye. And it's not going anywhere.
So John Krasinski in the Jack Ryan show.
How do we diverged like way off topic?
And I'm going to take us somewhere like that.
It devolved into me shitting in public.
Did you guys ever see the show Chuck?
Yes.
Which is Zachary Levi.
Good.
So it was announced that
I don't buy him.
Zachary Levi is Shazam.
I don't buy it.
What?
I don't buy it.
He's Shazam.
That's rumor.
No,
it's
legit. They're already
legit,
filming.
Yeah.
So
they announced the synopsis.
They announced the synopsis today.
They start filming next week.
Guess what the synopsis for Shazam is?
Just says Shazam.
So you know how
they can't use Captain Marvel.
They keep doing like Winter Soldier was a spy espionage, and Solo's going to be like a heist. Shazam is going to be like Big, where when Billy Batson goes into Shazam, he's still going to be a 12-year-old child insld.
Do you not?
That's Shazam. That's the entire character of Shazam.
Do you not know the?
No, I know he is.
That's
I know
fucking
he is.
Have you ever read a fucking DC comic?
Shazam is big with superpowers. No
he
fucking
is.
shit.
But we do have Warner Brothers doing this.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You're not telling me brand new information.
You literally have like just said what I would already know about a Shazam movie.
If they write him like they did in like the Justice League War animated one, cool.
Which is a giant fucking man-child in the body of a god.
Taking off my pants to show you my dick.
I call team up with Wonder Woman. Like, yeah, like
Superhero
none of this
thing.
is.
Yeah, I mean that's Billy Batson.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then
look,
Tom
if it can
Hanks
be done
should
the
play
right,
Shazam.
Oh,
like
and-
if it can be done the right way, sure.
The villain is Mark Strong, who played Sinestro in the Green Lantern movie.
He already was Sinestro. He's doing it
No,
again.
No,
no.
he's going to be a different villain
He's
in
playing
Shazam. I'm
Dr.
saying,
Savannah.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? How do you do a Shazam movie and Black Adam isn't your first villain?
Especially when you already have Black Adam cast as the fucking Rock.
Right.
And
You're
no
like, we're not
shit.
going to do.
God.
that
damn
movie
it.
writes itself.
Because he's getting a solo film. We're getting a Black Adam solo film before we get him in a Shazam film.
This is like doing a
It's-
Venom
it's-
solo film before putting him in a
It's
Spider-Man
like, oh, man,
movie.
It's like putting
The horse
putting
before the cart.
It's the cart before the horse. God fucking damn it! I want to go to Warner Brothers and just pimp slap
Show
all
them
of
your
them.
dick.
Like, who's running
All
this?
of, yeah,
Who is
yeah.
running
You know what?
this?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm just gonna go right on their
Fruit bowl
fucking
dump.
table, fruit bowl dump them. But I have to make eye contact because I'm that angry.
Right over the shoulder.
No. No. Fuck. That's passive aggressive. I look right at them. Yeah, I make that face.
But then they
when
can't
I'm
see your
giving a
fruit bowl
hard
dump.
poop. Huh?
They wouldn't see your fruit bowl dump then.
How would they?
Because
He's
if
just
you're
squatting.
facing them,
Squats.
Tim, knowing your luck, it'd be bring your kid to work day and your ass ends up on a list at the end of the day.
You just poo in your hand and fling it at them like a monkey.
Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Fuck it, chuck it, football.
All
right. Jesus Christ.
so yeah.
Were there any other trailers that came out for Super Bowl Sunday that anyone was excited about?
Not that I can think of.
The only other one, I don't know if it was a trailer or not. I don't remember. But they announced the Cloverfield Paradox.
and we'll talk
Yes.
that next
the
week.
That'll be next week's
direct to
episode.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Because
so-
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch that and talk about that next week. But I just didn't remember if they did a trailer or if they just announced it.
No,
No, it was
they
a
did like
trailer.
a 30. It was like a 30-second spot, and then it was like only on Netflix tonight after the big game. Like, all right, cool. I don't
watched
know why.
it.
Yeah, what's that?
Next time on the Hateful Geeks, we will review Cloverfield Paradox.
And the other Cloverfield.
And
I've watched
we'll
it
just
already.
Discuss the Cloverfield franchise. Can we call it a franchise at this point?
We can
Yeah.
we can technically call it call it a franchise, a universe, a dogma, if you will, or whatever you want to call it. Fun fact: I went to high school with the director of Cloverfield Paradox.
Woo!
I have some fun stories to tell you in our next episode.
We gotta talk about this dude.
As long as I'm not getting sued, I'm good.
We're not gonna get sued.
Nobody's getting sued. This isn't going to hurt anybody's
Hey,
feelings.
Send them a message. Tell them to come on.
No,
No.
No.
no. After he hears my review of his movie, he's not going to want to be on this show. Anyway. Da-da-da. Next time on the Hateful Geeks, we are going to be discussing Cloverfield Paradox, and maybe at some point in time we'll get to do our follow-up to animes with Andy.
Yes, we will
Yeah.
have a follow up to
I feel like
a reaction,
I
if you
feel
will.
like we need a song for that.
Anime with Andy.
Yeah, but like it's a kid show. Anime.
No,
with
I want like
Andy.
Anime themed like intro like
Protect my
Who lives in a bubble and hates anime? Andy, Andy.
like no, oh here he comes. It's Andy. He hates this.
Man.
And
please cut that out.
Worst
Andy's son.
cartoon ever.
Please cut all of this out.
Chris Jericho song.
Chris Jericho. Sorry, I've
Wow.
been watching
Yeah,
Japanese
so-
wrestling a lot lately.
So homework, boys. Watch Cloverfield Paradox
yeah.
on Netflix so that you can hate it as much as
I'm
do.
actually gonna rewatch the first one because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, it has been a while.
And Andy, you have double homework because you have some shows you need to watch before
can just turn
maybe
on,
in 2
And
episodes.
also get less racist.
Yeah, I don't want you. I don't want to hear any more of you making fun of the Japanese language. It's a beautiful,
Nope.
sonorous song of Japanese.
Yeah, no, yeah, Kenny Omega-san. Fuck me. I hate myself so much.
Bakayaro. Urusai.
That's how they say it, though.
I mean, yeah, that is how they say it.
Domo arigato.
Oh, God.
Oh God, we realize this is the only exposure you've had to Japanese.
we can play that song for you.
Shit.
Tomo, Tomo.
Tomo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
We only can play 15 seconds though, or we have to owe them money. So
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. And then somewhere along the lines, can we say, I want to thank you?
yeah. We
And throw in like
Thank you.
Hadouken. Shoryuken.
It's
You
Hadouken.
combined
Oh my God.
Hadouken and Shoryuken.
Oh my God. You got it wrong twice.
It's like a punching
you got
kick,
it wrong.
right?
You got it wrong twice.
Hadouken is not a
So,
punch.
Andy, I just want to say I've gotten some feedback from some of our listeners after the Anime with Andy's episode, and a lot of people want to punch you in the face. Just want to throw that
Can you
out
do
there.
me a favor? Can you say Kamehameha?
It's Kamehameha.
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 Anyway, thanks for tuning into the
punch you
Hateful
in public.
Geeks. We'll tune in next time for some serious anger.
Yes.
and
Wait, we
some-
weren't angry
and
this
some
time?
awesome backstory. I'm one of your hosts, Phil,
This is Sweeney.
I'm Andy.
And this is Tim.
and thank you for tuning in.
I wanna
Thank you.
Domo.
This was a tie
Domo.
Domo.
This is a tie-dye.
This is a tie-dad. This is not a podcast. This is a tie-dad.
It's a tie-dad.
Get off my horse.
I hate you guys so much.